Hello everyone and welcome back to the WCG for this evening session on day 2 of the second test match of the Harley Cranes test series between Brennan's 11 and Matt's 11. It's the Green Machine who will resume this final session well on top after taking a 56 run lead with them into this second innings. They restricted the men in blue to 2 for 28 at tea, still holding a 28 run lead. It was a positive start to the session for the men in blue as they were able to remove Joel Wodgick shortly after resumption, who was dismissed for a well-compiled 60 on debut. But that would bring Alex Stepp into the crease. The lower order battler was able to compile his highest test score at the WCG to heap further misery on the Blues and extend the Green Machine lead. The tail will continue to wag for the Green Machine as Hamid Basher made a vital contribution himself down the order to ram home the Matt's 11 advantage, as the Green Machine would eventually be bowled out and take a 56 run lead with them into the second innings. And it would be a nightmare start to the second innings for the men in blue, who would lose 2 wickets and as many balls to a fired up Matt White, as the Green Machine would strengthen their grip on this test match. But that would bring Justin Brooke to the crease, who steadied the ship somewhat for the men in blue. He would hit 5 consecutive balls to the boundary in one Joel Wodgick over as he guided his side to the tea break without further damage and will resume on 24 not out. So as we just mentioned, it will be Justin Brooke who will resume for the men in blue on 24 not out. A brilliant counter-attacking knock guiding his side to the tea break without any further loss. And Brennan's 11 will be hoping he can go on with it from here and get the Blues out of this hole. So an intriguing final session on day 2 about to get underway. It'll be Hamid Basher to bowl the first over to Justin Brooke. He's in now and he starts with a looping delivery and he sails wide of the leg stump. The umpire lets it go. So a genuine loosener there from Basher and a bit of leniency from the umpire to begin with. As Basher will continue again now to Brooke. He's in now and this one's a better delivery back of a length and Brooke plays it on the leg side for no run. The Blues find themselves in a precarious position as we enter the final session of the day's play. Still trailing by 28 runs as Basher is in once again to Brooke. Well, that has just made the situation a whole lot worse as Brooke goes third delivery in the session. He's hit this one over the fence and goes for 24. It's a dream start to the session for the men in green, as that wicket now brings George Paneras to the crease at number 4. The Blues 3 for 28, and the pressure on Paneras from ball 1 as he's on a pair. So it'll be Hamid Basher who's just picked up his first wicket of the test match. To bowl to Paneras for his first delivery. He's in now and it's a full delivery, bang on the money. Paneras drives it back down the pitch for no run. The early wicket of Brooke, just what the doctor ordered for the men in green. As Basher will continue again now to Paneras, and this one's a full delivery and Paneras gets an edge, but it hits the ground before the auto wiki. The pressure is well and truly on here for the Blues. It'll be Michael Johnson to bowl the 9th over of the innings. He's in now over the wicket to Paneras, and this was a full delivery, and I think this is a cheeky little French cut here from Paneras, who will get off the mark with a thick inside edge. He'll be relieved that he's off the dreaded pair. Johnson to continue to Paneras in the 9th over. He's in now over the wicket, and this one's a good length delivery outside the off stump. Paneras lets it go. So the Blues 3 for 29 in their second innings, still trailing the Green Machine by 27 runs. So Brennan's 11 still have plenty of work to do here. As Johnson will continue again now to Paneras, and this one's a back of a length delivery outside the off stump, and once again Paneras lets it go. So the men in blue still have their skipper in the shed. He is scheduled to come in last as he usually does in the second innings, but they won't want to leave him with too much to do. As Johnson will continue again now to Paneras. This one's a wide delivery outside the off stump, and it has been called a wide by the umpire. So another one chalked off from that Matt's 11 lead. Brennan's 11 3 for 30 in their second innings, still trailing by 26 runs. As Johnson will continue once again to Paneras. This one's a full delivery, it's driven down the ground there by Paneras, and it can't be stopped there by Hamid Basher, who punches the ground in frustration. Important runs for the men in blue as Paneras moves along to 5. Johnson in for the final ball of the over. He's in now, this one's a full delivery outside off stump, and it's a wild swing by George Paneras to end with. Paneras' eyes lighting up, but it's a swing and a miss. Brennan's 11 3 for 34, as we mark Passerfield to bowl the 10th over of the innings. He's in now to Paneras, and it's a good length delivery, and Paneras goes bang down the ground for a maximum. Well, it looks like Paneras is going to try and hit his side out of trouble, as he races along to 11. Passerfield to continue to Paneras in the 10th over. Here he's in now, and this one's a full toss, and Paneras has hammered this through mid-wicket for another maximum. Paneras races along to 17. The Blues 3 for 46, trailing by just 10. Paneras' intentions are pretty clear here. As Pasterfield continued to win. Once again, it's a short of delivery, but this time he's hit it over the fence. So Paneras' whirlwind innings comes to an end. The Blues have lost their 4th wicket in this second innings. Paneras goes for 17. So Brennan's Levin still trailing by 10 runs, as Gavin Merrifield will make his way to the crease here at number 5. Coming off a counter-attacking knock himself of 24 in the first innings, so his confidence is at a high. And it will need to be to get his side into a decent position, as will be Mark Pasterfield to bowl over the wicket to Merrifield for his first delivery. Here he's in now, this one's a back of a length delivery, and Merrifield gets a bottom edge through to the keeper, and it's hands on heads there from Pasterfield. So it's been a brilliant series with the ball so far from Pasterfield, who's just picked up his 4th wicket, as he'll continue to Merrifield for the final ball of the over. This one's a short wide delivery outside the off stump, and Merrifield hammers this through the offside to begin his innings with a maximum. Men in blue trail by just 4 now, 4 for 52. It'll be Harry Dean to begin a new cycle here for the Green Machine, as he'll come in around the wicket here to Merrifield, and he begins with a full delivery, bang on the money, and Merrifield is forward and defends. So this will be a big contest here in the context of the match. The main attacking threat's back on. As Dean will continue again now to Merrifield. This one's a good length delivery, bang on the money once again, and Merrifield is forward and defends once again. So this should be a very interesting period of the test match. Which side could win this 5-over period? As Dean will continue again now to Merrifield. This one's a good length delivery outside the off stump, as Merrifield just avoids temptation by pulling the bat in line. It's a good rock. Dean to continue to Merrifield in the 11th over. As in now around the wicket, it's another full delivery, bang on the money, and again Merrifield is forward and defends. So good this so far from Merrifield, who has been on song with both bat and ball in this test match. As Dean is in for the final ball of the over, it's a full delivery, and it's a big appeal here from the Green Machine fieldsman, but the umpire has said not out. Well, let's have a look here. Was there a noise? Oh, there's 2 noises, you know. He might have got away with one. It'll be Nathan Hancock to bowl the 12th over of the innings. He's in now over the wicket to Merrifield, and Merrifield pads up, and there's a big appeal here from the Green Machine, but I think they'll find this is pitched outside leg stump. So a few nervy moments there for Merrifield in the last couple of minutes, but he's still there undefeated on 6. As Nathan Hancock will continue over the wicket in the 12th over. He's in now, this one's a full delivery, and Merrifield drives, but doesn't beat Harry Dean there at mid-off. So the men in blue 4 for 52, still trailing the Green Machine by 4 runs. As Hancock is in once again to Merrifield, who advances, and it's a plain a miss here from Merrifield. They just don't seem to have an answer here for Hancock, and that's another ripper. Hancock to continue over the wicket here to Merrifield. He's in now, this one's another good length delivery, and it's another one that beats the edge of the bat, and it must just feel like Groundhog Day here for the youngster, who of course hasn't picked up a wicket so far in this series. He overstepped in that middle session when he bowled Justin Brooke, so the luck just isn't with him at the moment. As he'll continue again now to Merrifield, and he plays this away on the offside, but he can't beat Daniel Arnold, who dives away to his left and makes the stop. So there's just one delivery left for Merrifield to negotiate in what's been another fantastic over. As Hancock is in for the final ball of the over, and it's a back of the length delivery played on the offside. It'll be Matt White to bowl the 13th over of the innings, as he steams into Merrifield, who hits it uppishly, and he hits it straight to Harry Dean there mid-off, who takes a simple catch. So Merrifield goes for 6. White picks up his 3rd wicket of the innings. The Blues 5 for 52. So there's still plenty of work to do here for the Blues lower order, as that wicket now brings Josh Bolling to the crease at number 6. He was one of 3 Brennan's 11 batsmen to make a duck in their first innings, so he comes into this second dig on a pair. He'll have to negotiate a fired-up Matt White, so he comes into bowling for his first delivery, and it's a full delivery sprayed down the leg side for no run. So the Green Machine sensing blood in the water now. They've still got the blue skipper to contend with. They are still in the box seat here, as White is in once again to bowling, and it's a full delivery, bang on the money, and bowling is forward and defends. Brennan's 11 still trailing the men in green by 4 runs on the first innings, with half their order back in the sheds. As White will steam in once again to bowling, and he's in now. This one's a good length delivery, but this one slips down the leg side once again. So this is good pace being generated here by the Green Machine skipper, who has picked up 3 wickets here in this second innings. He has led the charge for his men, who are fighting their way back into this series. As in once again to bowling, who gets a toe end onto the fence and thought about a single, but thinks better of it with Arnold swooping on the ball there. So the match 11 fieldsmen live and alert there, backing up their bowlers. They've been fantastic so far in this test match. As we arrive at the final ball of the 13th over, it'll be Matt White steaming into bowling. He's in now, and this one's a good length delivery outside the off stump. Bowling leaves it alone. It'll be Daniel Arnold to bowl the 14th over of the innings. He's in now over the wicket to bowling, and begins with a full delivery, and bowling hits this onto the fence and goes through for a single, and a direct hit there, and I think he was toast. It's a brilliant bit of fielding here from the youngster Nathan Hancock, who picks it up, turns and throws, and a direct hit, yeah, and I think he's long gone. But he survives and is off the mark. So a tense moment there for bowling, who sneaks a single to get off the mark. As Arnold will come in once again to him in the 14th over, and he has a wild slash, and he's nicked it through the keeper. Bowling throws back his head in disbelief. He can't believe what he's done. That is the 6th wicket down for the men in blue, as bowling goes for one, and the men in green are on a roll here. Brennan's 11, 6 for 53, still trailing the green machine by 3 runs, as that brings Rabi Basher to the crease at number 7. The third leading run scorer at the WCG, short on runs of late, so the green machine will sense a big chance for another one here. So it'll be Arnold to continue to Basher in the 14th over, as Zinani begins with a full delivery outside the off stump, and it's played on the offside, but it's stopped there by Wajik, who fields it before it hits the boundary. So the men in green have tightened their grip on this test match. Brennan's 11, 6 for 53. As Arnold will continue to Basher over the wicket. This one's a full delivery, but it slides down the leg side for no run. It'll be Joel Wajik to bowl the 15th over of the innings. As he's in now round the wicket to Basher, and it's a wide delivery outside the off stump. And Basher gives himself some room to cut, but doesn't make contact. So Basher yet to get off the mark here in this second innings. As Wajik will continue to him again around the wicket. This one's a back of a leg delivery, and he plays this on the leg side, but he can't beat his brother there at mid-wicket. So another good bit of fielding there by the men in green. As Wajik will continue around the wicket here to Basher. This this one's a short delivery, and this time Basher evades his brother as he gets off the mark with a boundary. It's a rank long hop there from Wajik, and Basher puts it away. So the men in blue now lead by 1, as Wajik will continue again now to Basher. This one's a good length delivery outside the off stump, and it's well fielded there by Harry Dean. It appeared that Wajik sent that one down just a little bit flatter, and it's another great bit of fielding here from the men in green. So Wajik is in once again to Basher. He's in now, and he dropped this on the leg side. It's a good bit of cricket as he sneaks through for a single. Just noticed that his brother pulled back there from that short mid-wicket position, and he takes full advantage of it. So the men in blue 6 for 58 in their second innings, an overall lead of 2 runs. So no matter what now, Matt's 11 will have to chase down a target to win this match, but how big will that target be? As Wajik is in once again to Basher, and he just plays this on the offside onto the fence for no run. So the vice skipper looks up to the task here. He knows that he has to knuckle down for his side, who is still in a bit of trouble. As Wajik is in for the final ball of the over. He's in now, he gives this one some flight, it's a full toss, and Basher hammers this through mid-wicket for another boundary. Basher races to 9, the Blues 6 for 62. The men in blue lead by 6, as we mark Pasfield to bowl the 16th over of the innings. He's in now to Basher to full delivery, and he's got an end through to the keeper. So it's Pasfield who gets another breakthrough for his team. Brennan's 11 lose their 7th wicket as the vice skipper goes for 9. It's a clear edge, and he's got to go. Brennan's 11 struggling at 7 for 62, as that wicket now brings Todd Lavin to the crease at number 8. The green machine just require 3 wickets now to bowl Brennan's 11 out, and one of those wickets will have to be the blue skipper. But it looks like he's going to have a job ahead of him. As Pasfield will bowl to Lavin for his first delivery. Here he's in now, and this one's a good length delivery, and it slides down the leg side for no run. So it's just Lavin and Cowan protecting their skipper here. So the green machine will be backing themselves to go bang bang and force the blue skipper to make another big score. As Pasfield will continue to Lavin in the 16th over. Here's in now, and it's a play and a miss there from Lavin, and that doesn't look like it was too far away from that off stump. So this is brilliant stuff so far from Pasfield, who has just moved joint top of the wicket takers list with 5 alongside Brendan Scott. So it's been a fantastic series for the big man so far. As we continue once again to Lavin, it's a full delivery, and Lavin keeps this one out. Well, who would have thought that Mark Pasfield would have been the chief destroyer for the green machine before this series had begun? He's played a vital role in their charge to level the series. As in once again to Lavin, he plays it on the offside, but he can't beat Daniel Arnold, who moves around to his left from mid-off. So just the one delivery left in the over for Lavin to negotiate. Brennan's 11 7 for 62, an overall lead of 6 runs. Pasterfield is in once again, and this one loops over his head, and Lavin hits it back down the ground for a maximum. It's an unorthodox looking stroke, but Brennan's 11 will not care one bit. 7 for 68. It'll be Ryan Schaefer to bowl his second over of the innings. As in now round the wicket to Lavin, he begins with a good length delivery outside the off stump, and it's a plain miss there from Lavin. So the Brennan's 11 lead currently stands at 15. The men in blue 7 for 71 in their second innings. So can Lavin and then Cowan give their skipper something to work with? And Schaefer will now go over the wicket here to Lavin. This one's a full delivery, a wide delivery outside the off stump, and it has been given such by the umpire. So the lead now 16 for the men in blue, 7 for 72 in their second innings. Schaefer will continue over the wicket here to Lavin. He's in now, and this one's another full delivery, but this one slides down the leg side. So this is good pace once again from Schaefer, but unfortunately he just hasn't got the radar right so far in this over. Lavin fighting hard in this second innings for his side. Has 3 deliveries left to negotiate in this Schaefer over. Schaefer will continue to him now over the wicket. He's in now, and it's a full Yorker, and it rips through Todd Lavin. He's got his radar right this time, and that's the 8th wicket down. Lavin is clean bowled for 6. Brennan's 11 8 for 72. So the Green Machine just 2 wickets away from wrapping up this Blues innings, as that wicket now brings Clinton Cowan to the crease at number 9. His side leads by just 16 runs here in this second innings, with just himself and the skipper to come. And his first task is to negotiate a fired up Ryan Schaefer, as he's in now over the wicket. It's a full delivery, and he nearly sneaks through there to Schaefer, but Cowan is just good enough to keep it out. So the Green Machine can sense glory here. The Blues leading by just 16 runs. Schaefer will continue again now to Cowan. He's in now, this one's a full delivery, and this one gets through. So that's the 9th wicket down for the Blues. Cowan is clean bowled for a duck. Schaefer picks up his second wicket in the over. So it'll all hinge on the skipper Brendan Scott, who comes to the crease, the last hope here for the men in blue. Scores of 66 and 36 so far in this series, but his side might just need him to combine those in this knock. So it'll be Ryan Schaefer to bowl the Brendan Scott for the final delivery of the over. Here he's in now, and it's a quick delivery outside the off stump, and Scott leaves. It'll be Michael Johnson to bowl the 20th over of the innings. He's in now over the wicket to Scott, and this one's a good length delivery, and this strikes Scott on the body, and it's picked up there by Harry Dean. So at this stage, the Green Machine would need just 17 to win the test match. Can they get Scott out cheaply? As Johnson's in once again to Scott, and it's a back of a length delivery, and Scott is on the back foot and defends. So plenty of words being directed Scott's way. They know this is a big moment in the test match, as Johnson will continue to him again over the wicket. He's in now, and this one's another good length delivery, and it hits Scott on the body, and it's thrown back there by Harry Dean, who misses the stumps by quite some way. So the Green Machine all over the Blues here in this second innings. Just the Blues skipper stands between them, levelling the series. As Johnson will continue to Scott over the wicket. He's in now, Scott gets a thick outside edge. They've got him. He's gone for a duck. Brennan's 11th innings is over. They have been bowled out for 72 in this second innings, and the Green Machine need just 17 to send us to a decider. The pressure too much for the Blue skipper on this occasion, as the men in blue are bowled out for 72 in their second innings, and surely Matt's 11 are going to win this match and send us to a decider. Justin Brooke top scoring for the men in blue with 24, and George Paneras with 17, the only 2 Blues batsmen to get into double figures. It was yet another brilliant bowling performance for the men in green, led by their skipper Matt White. 2 overs, 1 maiden, 3 for 1 in a fantastic display of fast bowling, and he was supported brilliantly by Ryan Schaefer, who picked up 2 for 2, and Mark Pasterfield, who picked up 2 for 24, as all the Green Machine bowlers were backed up in the field once again. So Matt's 11 on the brink of levelling this series, and handing Brendan's 11 their first defeat in a test match in some 3 years, as they need just 17 runs to win this second test match and send us to a decider. There's about 20 minutes of play remaining in this evening's session, so the men in green will be hoping they can wrap this up and begin the party early. So it's going to be Daniel Arnold who will get this run chase underway for the men in green. Made 32 at the top of the order in the first innings, and he'll love nothing more than to guide his side to victory. So it'll be Rabi Bashir who'll bowl the first over of the innings. She'll come in over the wicket here to Arnold. It's in now to begins with a short wide delivery, and Arnold hammers this on the offside for a maximum to get off the mark with the first ball of the innings. Well, they're in a hurry here, the Green Machine, 0 for 6. Basher to continue to Arnold in the opening over. Here's it now, there's another short delivery, it's pulled towards the blue skipper, who drops the catch. Well, he took a specky in the first innings to remove Michael Johnson, but this one looks like an effort of a defeated man. Now Basher to continue to Arnold in the opening over. Here's it now, this one's a full delivery which slides down the leg side, and Arnold doesn't make contact. So the Green Machine need just 11 runs here to wrap up this second test match. So it appears for the first time in 3 years at the WCG, a test series is going to a third and deciding match. That is unless Brennan's 11 can produce the miracle to end all miracles. As Basher continues again now to Arnold, this one's a good length delivery on off stump, and Arnold is back and defends. So about 15 minutes remaining in this day's play. Surely the men in green will be looking to wrap this up tonight. Can the men in blue take a few with them to salvage a bit of pride here in this test match? As Basher will continue again now to Arnold, and this one's a wayward delivery which sails over Arnold's head, and it's a no ball to end the first over. It'll be Justin Brook to bowl around the wicket to Arnold in the second over. He's in now, and this one's a full toss, and Arnold gets this away on the offside for another boundary. They're nearly there, the men in green. That's 11, no wicket for 12. Brook to continue to Arnold around the wicket in the second over. Here's in now, and it's a good full delivery, and Arnold does enough to keep it out. So another good rock from Justin Brook, who's been fantastic again for the men in blue, but Arnold is good enough to keep it out. Brook to continue to Arnold in the second over. Who's in now, this one's another full toss, and it's played down the ground, but it's fielded there by Rabi Basher for no run. So the men in green just 5 runs away from wrapping up this second test match and sending us to a decider. As Brook will continue to Arnold around the wicket. He's in now, this one's another full delivery, and he hits this one onto the fence for no run to end with. Josh bowling to bowl the third over of the innings. Here's in now to Arnold. It's a short delivery, and Arnold gets this away for a boundary. Scores are level at the WCG, and the party will begin for the men in green. Can Daniel Arnold see this one out for the men in green? His bowling is in once again to Arnold. It's a full delivery, bang on the money, and Arnold defends to Paneras on the offside, who throws it in frustration. So although they might hover around Arnold and have a few words to say, the men in blue know that they have been outclassed in this test match, and it looks like they're going to be on the end of a thumping of their own. His bowling will continue to Arnold in the third over. Who's in now, this one's a short delivery, and it spins wide outside the off stump, and the umpire turns, but he doesn't give it a wide. Yeah, that's probably fair enough. I think Daniel Arnold deserves to hit the winning runs here. Just one to get here for the Green Machine. His bowling will continue around the wicket now to Arnold. He's in now, and this one's a full delivery, and it's a swing and a miss there from Arnold. It was there to hit for the big man, but he just doesn't execute. Bowling to continue to Arnold in the third over. He's in now, and this one's a good length delivery, and Arnold backs away to the leg side, but plays it back down the pitch for no run. So the men in blue just making Arnold sweat for this final run. It's been a pretty handy test match for the big fella, who has amassed 48 runs, and has had a major say in this likely victory. His bowling is in for the final ball of the over, and this one slides down the leg side to end with. It'll be George Paneras to bowl around the wicket here to Arnold. He's in now, this one's a full delivery played to Scott, who juggles with the ball a bit. And this one hits his shot. Oh, Arnold's going to take off for the run. Oh, what an anti-climax to end the test match. An embarrassing way to end for Scott. But the Green Machine have levelled the series. They have hammered the men in blue by 10 wickets in this second test match. Arnold finishes 15 not out and ends the test match with a little help from his opposition skipper, as the Green Machine keep their series hopes alive. So in what has been quite an extraordinary test match, match 11 have prevailed by 10 wickets in this second test match to level the series and send us to a decider. Joel Wojcik's debut knock of 60 was the turning point in the match, as the Green Machine never looked back from there. The men in blue left to lick their wounds as they suffered defeat for the first time in 3 years. So all eyes now turn to the decider on December 12th, as it's now the Green Machine who take all the momentum into this decider. Can they become the first team in WCG history to lose the opening test match of a series and go on to lift the trophy? Or can the men in blue bounce back and lift their 4th consecutive test crown? We'll hope you'll join us on December 12th to find out. We'll see you then.